Greetings and felicitations.
Okay, here comes the first round.
Boom. And
Jeez, that was just unnecessary.
You kidding me? You can't be out of range? What?
Greetings and felicitations, YouTube. Jarl of the Appian Way here. I have a battle in the dark of night between friends of the channel, Wipeout Vesuvu, and Death. This should be a ton of fun. We've got Wipeout playing as Argos. I've seen him do this quite a bit. I applaud him for it. I love Argos. I hope he's able to make them work out for him. Death is playing as Lycia here. Let's talk about Death's army first. He brought an archer skirmisher hero here in the chariot. He's being led around by a group of young spears and wasting his ammo into them. He's also brought a pair of heavy Lycian chariots, 2 Quartervantes, 4 renowned Kopish fighters, a Lycian champion, and a heavy axe warrior. And for Argos, we're looking at, let's see here, an armored spearman, 2 renowned axemen, a fighter ravager hero. And in the trees, we've got 2 Savage Centaur warriors, a Centaur champion, 2 Spartoi, and 2 Argos swordmasters. They're now charging out of the tree line down the hill. They're going to try and help the young spears out with chasing this archer skirmisher hero. Wipeout's just doing what he can to keep this skirmisher hero away from his heavy infantry, because that is where the skirmisher hero really shines, is in killing expensive infantry. And the Argos swordmasters and Spartoi are also really susceptible to that kind of tactic. So the young spears are afraid, though, because they're so close to the enemy, and the enemy is more powerful, stronger, and that's what got their morale down so low. It says faster and stronger enemies nearby. Unprepared for night battle is another effect that happens to both sides. Both sides take a static 5-point morale penalty. So unbreakable units like Quartervantes and Spartoi are all that much more valuable because they will never break because it's dark out. Look at this, the Lycian army bypassing the young spears completely. The young spears, they might actually get a chance to, yeah, they do. They're going to get in here, deal minuscule damage, and force that archer skirmisher hero to fall back again. He was trying to get some damage done against renowned axemen. He had gotten 5 kills there, and 5 kills on both. Wow, he had managed to kill 10 of the renowned axemen. Meanwhile, the rest of the infantry is just going to go ahead and push towards these Argos swordmasters, and that's going to force Wipeout to fall back to the tree line, especially with chariots coming. Chariots will eat these Argos swordmasters for lunch. Don't let their bonus versus large confuse you. They are not meant for this. But with the threat of these centaurs in the backfield, and the fact that the Lycian champions and heavy axe warriors are out of position, I think that's convincing the heavy Lycian chariots to go ahead and turn around. He knew he wasn't going to be able to reach those Argos swordmasters anyway. Wipeout has got his army split, but so does Argos. Argos does better than Lycia does with having their armies split, though. A lot of their forces are meant to be alone. Look at this, and Wipeout. So yeah, Wipeout's going to go ahead and move to put his centaurs into the trees, feinting it momentarily. And that gives him an opportunity to jump on top of this archer skirmisher hero. The archer skirmisher is faster than the centaurs, but he's just going to go ahead and turn around and go straight towards his heavy Lycian chariots and let their mass really stop those centaurs. And that's going to force, yep, sure enough, here comes the rest of the centaurs. They're going to go ahead and pounce on this from behind. And instead of this turning into a battle for the hero, this is going to be turned into a battle to kill off those chariots. Because you might have noticed that was something that Wipeout is missing in his army build here. He only brought centaurs. He did not bring any chariots. He's sacrificing his Savage Centaur warrior here, but he's getting the work done against these 2 heavy Lycian chariots at very little cost to the other 2. And he's already moved his heavy infantry in position here, and they've trapped, as you can see here, they've helped trap the heavy Lycian chariots. Meanwhile, 1 armored spearman is holding the attention of a Lycian champion and a heavy axe warrior out here. This will turn against the armored spearman, but that's a calculated risk, I think. The rest of the Lycian infantry turns around because he doesn't just want to give up his chariots, and that's when the Argos swordmasters roll in behind them, throw some javelins, and say, hey, remember us? Don't forget about us. And that's really turning this into a blob. A very bad situation, and I bet you Wipeout was kicking himself right here for not having any chariots. A chariot charge right through the middle of that formation would have been devastating. But he's getting a lot of work done with just the javelins off of his Argos swordmasters. He's already killed about 8 or more renowned Kopish fighters and Quartervantes. He's going to go ahead and take that charge. The other Quartervantes is coming. For the other Argos swordmaster, both of the heavy Lycian chariots now are shattered. The renowned Kopish fighters just shot to death one of their routing Lycian chariots. But now the rest of those javelins are coming in for Renowned Axemen and the Centaurs and the Hero, who have all collapsed in on top of what's left of the heavy infantry out here. The Archer Skirmisher Hero, 37 kills, now doing just fine. The Cordovantes are going toe-to-toe with Argos Swordmasters. It looks like the Swordmasters are actually ignoring the one Cordovantes in favor of trying to outflank the other one. And, oh, here comes the Spartoi. He finally activated those. He's getting them into play here. Cordovantes activate their shield wall formation, makes them really slow. And I bet you Argos is just going to ignore them. Yeah, he's going to let them be in that formation. He's going to outflank the one that's already really hurt. And then he's going to use his Spartoi out here to double team this renowned Kopesh fighter. And the Cordovantes have no chance to really do anything about it. That was really, really well maneuvered by Wipeout. But now he's about to get rear charged. Cordovantes rear charging into the Spartoi. The Cordovantes will win that. Wipeout's hero finally takes his first hit of the day against a couple of renowned Kopesh fighters. There's 3 of them here. We've routed Lycian champions now with some renowned Axemen plays. The Armored Spearmen, they held out for a very long time, performed admirably. 58 kills is not bad at all. Good day in the office. I can't believe the Young Spears are not completely shattered yet. They may come back into this fight, and if they do, I would just use them to chase the Lycian champions. They might come back. They might actually come back. And look at this. There's nothing left of the Cordovantes here. The 2 Argos Swordmasters, way more than a match. This Cordovantes is sitting here trying to find an opponent to fight, and Wipeout's going to go ahead and not just fight a losing battle. He's going to get his Spartoi out of there as best he can and move them towards more supportive units. Here goes a buff he's activated for his units. This what is this one? This is the... There it is, the Blood Sacrifice. He sacrifices a little bit of health, and everybody gets, rage, morale, weapon damage. It's pretty fantastic. Here comes a fantastic Centaur charge right into the backs of these Kopesh fighters, supported by Argos Swordmasters. Wipeout has broken those 2 units. The Young Spears are back in it now, and yeah, sure enough, they're going to chase off some of the heavy infantry, while the other Centaur is going to go ahead and chase off the Lycian champions. Armored Spearmen have regrouped. They're going to get back in here. Wipeout did turn around his Spartoi to just hold that Cordovantes in place, because this is really all that's left of Lycia. It's the Cordovantes and the Archer Skirmisher Hero, only managing 48 kills. Just impetuously out here shooting at Spartoi, I think. Unprepared for night battle, it says, and indeed, death was this time. So that was a good fight. Very good fight. Very impressed by the maneuvering I saw from Wipeout Vesuvu here. The Italian champion of Troy, doing a fantastic job, and looks like now he's got his eyes set on the hero, just ignoring the Cordovantes for a little bit longer, while he just goes ahead and he wins this one. And I think based on the timer, I think Wipeout's going to go ahead and concede defeat on this one, honorably so as well. Very, very good game. I enjoyed that. Let's take a look at the statistics. When this video comes out, Mythos mode is also going to be out and available for you all to play, and Steam and the Steam version of Troy is also going to be available for purchase and download. And I hope to see you guys in multiplayer battles. It's going to be a ton of fun. All right, now let's take a look at these kills. Man, that was a really nice performance for those Spartoi, eh? Both of them, double 69. You love to see it. And really, both players bringing about the same number of troops, so we don't see very many triple-digit performances, with one exception. Our kill MVP is the Renowned Axeman. 104 kills. Very, very well done. Very well done. Kopesh fighters not really breaking even 60 kills. Really unfortunate. Cordovantes handled. Chariots handled. That was a very, very solid victory for Wipeout Vesuvu. GG's all around. Support the channel by, liking, subscribing. There's a URL at the end in my end card that shows how you can make a donation if you would prefer. Okay? And if, by the way, I'm going to remember to say this more often. If you have premium, just download the video. You don't even have to watch it. Just download it. Thanks. Ta-ta. I love you all. And I'll see you guys in the next video.